The finals just got some brand new Season 3 theories. We also have to go over some ending Season 2 things like the highlight submissions, as well as some issues with patch 2.10 that are still being looked into, some stealth changes or unintended bugs that are happening with Melee. Additionally, we have some suspensions and bans that are going out, as well as a whole bunch more. What's up world, it's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things the finals. Okay, so first up, let's go over some of the issues that are happening with patch 2.10. First up, we do actually have a post here from Embark Oscar, who went over some of those issues that are being investigated currently. So the post starts off here that, as you may have noticed and pointed out, the community leaderboard for the current community event was not updating as it should. It wasn't properly tracking personal stats. That has now been fixed. They're also aware of the following and some other issues which were under investigation with yesterday's update, and some of those are still under investigation and still being tried to be fixed. That includes enemy health bars and pings persisting longer on screen and visible through walls. Animation canceling on single and burst fire weapons leads to much higher DPS. Circuit contracts are no longer trackable. Aim assist on controller works through certain obstructions. They did say that for all these issues, the team is hard at work on these and they'll keep you in the loop. Of course, we do have some other issues there pointed out by some of the fanbase over on Reddit, where we do have this poster that points out a few other things happening. Again, it includes some of the things we already went over, like some of the wall hack stuff. The glitch where you couldn't pick up dropped barrels is now back. The removal of equipped weapons mapping option is now gone. Mines will stay on trophies after they respawn, or they'll immediately teleport to the player where they spawn and blow up. There's also a few other issues pointed out by some other community members. However, of course, all that stuff is being looked into, especially with this patch. Although moving on, Oscar does go over here that highlight stuff. So if you didn't know or didn't see one of my previous videos, they are doing a highlight submission reel for Season 2. Oscar went on here to say, lastly, here's a reminder to make sure you submit your clips for the community highlight videos. The submission deadline for clips around Season 2 weapons and gadgets is the end of Sunday. And of course, he wants you to submit your clips before then to the highlight reel submissions tab under the Discord. Again, I'll showcase some of the requirements there and what you need to have for that submission. Things like resolution, the length maximum, the format, and a few other things there for the requirements. And again, this has to be geared around Season 2 weapons and gadgets. So it is supposed to be showcasing the stuff that came out this season. Additionally, we also had some stealth changes with this patch, or again, more than likely unintended changes or unintended fixes. So currently for Melee, they did get another buff, or seemingly so. The hammer and the sword can currently do AOE damage. So prior, you were only able to hit one contestant, even if the swing attacked two people at once. It still was only able to do one contestant at a time, which is quite a massive change. Now the sword and sledgehammer can do AOE damage. Again, more than likely this was an unintended fix or change, as the melee weapons have gotten some massive buffs in the last few patches, and there wasn't a notation in the patch notes at all for this, and I assume that there would have been, especially for such a big change like this and it being able to do AOE damage. And again, prior to this update, you were not allowed to hit more than one contestant, even if the swing hit both contestants. It still would only let you strike one person in a single swing. However, now again, you can do AOE damage and hit more than one contestant. We'll have to see what Embark does with this, if this is an unintended change. More than likely it is, because it wasn't in the patch notes, and as we saw with the last fix, which was that moving around while being able to revive and steal a cash out, you're able to look around 360. It wasn't in the patch notes, and that was an unintended change, and they did fix that with patch 2.10. We also have some showcases here. Now that the Master Circuit and Final Circuit has been released, people have been grinding for those rewards here, and the last one being the AKM skin. This was showcased by a few individuals. I currently don't have this unlocked, so I'm going to link down below to these posts that actually showcase off the AKM skin. There's one showcasing it during the day and one at night, as the skin actually does look quite significantly different in each showcase. Again, this is the Master Circuit reward, so if you do end up completing that circuit, you will receive this skin. Pretty cool to see how dynamic this skin is in the daytime and at night. So I know a lot of you that use the AKM are definitely going to want to get this reward before the season ends. Now we do have those Season 3 theories, or some theories that people might be alluding to the new maps. We got this last season and people thought that we were going to get this for Season 2. However, we might finally get this for Season 3, especially because we still have a lot of those skins in the backlog. Someone pointed out here that in every map there is koi fish, and so we might be finally going to Japan. Again, we do have those samurai skins and a lot of skins tied to samurai and the Japanese aesthetic. We also do have that sword skin that was showcased off in the pre-alpha footage. We had that teaser from last season where people thought it was going to be in Japan. However, this time we might finally get that with Season 3. This was a pretty unique find by Masterfish here, so this is showcased again. Masterfish has been on top of a lot of the Easter egg stuff as well as a lot of the teasers and showcases. If this might actually be true this time, we'll have to wait and see on everything. This is a pretty strong theory though, so we might actually get that Season 3 Japan map. Now speaking of Season 3 and the future of the finals as well as Embark, I did get this message privately from somebody who is getting some matchmaking positions through their emails. Now again, it seems like anybody can sign up for these or was able to sign up for their email and get on the email list for new job openings. They don't want me to showcase them personally, but they do want to mention that they did get this email and several others. They got several emails, one for a marketing director and even a marketing league, as well as this matchmaking position. So it seems like Embark is really gearing up to market more and get more people on the team. So that is good to hear about the finals. They are gearing up for the future of it, and it doesn't seem like we're going to get any stopping point there. You know, a lot of people have been very wary on the finals, and if we're going to get some marketing stuff as well, it's just kind of what's been happening with the Nexon earnings call. And with all the rockiness of it, the publisher, as well as kind of like the earnings with the game overall, people were kind of worried about the finals future. However, this seems like they are gearing up to get even more positions filled, and I would say that this is really, really good for the future of the finals. Again, as I said, they're looking for a matchmaking position, they're looking for marketing leagues and directors. So they're definitely trying to get the finals out there and push for it there and get it into more eyes and more hands. Which honestly I think is all the game needs, is just more eye-opening and more push to the actual mass media. And hopefully over the next few seasons we do see that start to pick up there. I know a good example of that would be Tarkov, which took a while to kind of pick up and get into mainstream eyes. All the way up to patch 0.11, which was several years after that game came out. And it finally took off and is in the mass media as you see all the time. So I definitely think the final still has a chance to get the push out there as well as getting into the mainstream view. I'll try to keep you guys updated on that stuff as well as the future of the finals. We do have this post here that kind of blew up over on the subreddit, where they went over here to say anyone else getting suspended or banned for seemingly no reason. This person plays over on Xbox, they don't use any third-party hardware or software, so some people are questioning what's going on with that there. I have another post pointing out that some of the rules that could lead to unexpected bans, which include things like griefing modded controllers, which includes exploiting farming, in-game rewards and resources, lag switching, and a few other unfair play practices, which again could be resulting from the lagging there even if you're not using a lag switch. Potentially if you have bad internet, which could lead to a false ban if you are getting mass reported. This happens with every game. This isn't special to the finals or even Embark. People that get mass reported, if they have something that's on this list here that's in other games, they will also be getting banned in that game as well. So I don't think this is on Embark. This is really just a gaming thing in general, and it really is just kind of something that you have to negate with that. I know I've had a few comments about that, about some unexpected bans, and that might be the result of that. Again, don't pin this on Embark. This will happen with literally any other game, especially with mass reporting, and especially if you're doing any of these unfair practices, that's how it goes. As always, if you are getting an unexpected ban or if there's any issues there, you can make a ticket over on the Discord as well as the website. Seemingly so, Embark has been really good about answering those, especially in a timely manner, and so I would go that route if you have to. One last minute mentionable here, since I've had several people message me at this point now who have been asking about Easter egg stuff as well as what's going on with the Easter egg scene. Again, I need to delve a little bit more into things there with that, and I don't have all the information with that there. A lot of people want to know what's going on with the Easter eggs or if I know anything extra. As of right now, I currently do not. If you want to get into the Easter egg stuff, please do visit the Discord and head over to that Easter egg channel. There's a lot of discussion there, and you can really get involved with all that stuff there. I'll probably do better in the future of trying to diagnose and getting more involved with that stuff. As of right now, I do need to explore that a bit more. Overall, that should about cover for today's video. If you like, subscribe, and until the next doses.